morning.
Morning. Hello, world.
Hello. Good morning, Chloe.
Morning, Matt. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. I am wonderful. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm all right.
Hello, world, and welcome to another wonderful episode. Another Monday morning here on the intranet. Good morning, friends.
Net. How many times have we done this now?
Yes. This is, let's see, we started June 1st. So there are 4 weeks in June. Yes.
Okay, 4.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then this is our last show in July, which is another 4. So that's 8.
This is episode 8.
8. It's episode 8-ish, maybe? I think it's 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it is episode 8, and it is the last Monday in July.
We made it, everybody.
We made it. Almost. The day's not over yet. We just started it. So
don't jinx this for me.
Don't you jinx it.
All right.
But yeah, no, we start August next week. It is stupid hot out already. It's 9:00 in the morning.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to get up to 98 degrees.
Good for a band, not for a
band.
temperature.
Not for a Matt.
No, not for a Matt or a Chloe.
Or a Chloe. It's too hot for a Chloe.
It's really, it's just the gross. And I feel bad because I have a husky, right? I've said this many, many times, but I have a husky. Her name is Gracie. She's amazing, but this weather is just the worst for her.
Yeah, she's a fluffy dog.
She's a fluffy puppy. Yeah. Not only is she a husky, she's a long hair husky, which means that that's just so much more floof. Sorry, I'm starting my. I have my TV behind me here where I have my Xbox plugged into it, and that's where I stream the show. So we get that view. It's very important to get those views.
I don't know. I feel like maybe you're just playing video games.
I am. I just play video games during the thing. And just look back. Rachel asked why we don't just shave her. And that would be the lot. That would be easy. But the thing is you can't shave huskies. You're not supposed to do that to them because their hair, they like shed naturally. So you have to brush them. And so we brush her all the time. We have a giant garbage bag filled with husky floof. Because my wife and I are thinking at some point we will probably send that to someone to make yarn out of it.
Art.
And then they can crochet. We can get a blanket or a something crochet.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Husky Floof.
It's my new favorite band. They're from Iceland.
They're so good. They're going to be in Eurovision this year, so just keep an eye out for that. Have you seen that Eurovision, the Eurovision movie, the song, the Fire Saga?
Yes, I did. And so here's the reason I watched it is because, so I was kind of like, I love Will Ferrell, right? But like,
who does
his movies have gotten, they're spiraling a little bit.
Yeah.
And every person that I talked to that watched the movie was like, that was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And then I watched it, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I watched about the first 10 minutes of that Holmes and Watson movie, the one that he made, because I love Will Ferrell and I love John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
And Step Brothers was amazing. Like, I love Step Brothers so much. I got
what a dream to just make movies with your best bud.
Right? I got through about 5 minutes of I think it's called Holmes and Watson, and I was like, this is garbage. Like, absolute and total and I like garbage. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I don't mind garbage.
Delicious garbage.
Delicious garbage. Yes, thank you.
Not even funny.
It's not even funny.
A whole family.
And you know what? Then you're not just disappointing you. You're disappointing the people that you love.
Yeah.
And that
you brought into this situation with you.
I'm just going to publicly say it. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, you should be ashamed of yourself for that film.
We always like to start the show with alienating someone.
Usually a famous person.
Usually either a famous person or a region in the United States.
Yeah. I think we just went ahead last week and just alienated Boston just right off the bat. Or was it was the last week or the week before?
Yeah.
We had a guest that was just started off by trash talking Boston.
No.
Even the picture of it looked funny. Like it looked like it would be funny.
Looked like it was going to be a good old Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly romp.
Yeah. No, yeah. Kit says he learned the meaning of the actor phoned it in. Yeah, and he's not wrong.
Sad.
He's not wrong. So that is that's my soapbox for the day. Is just to talk about. Oh, and while we're at it, we should say good morning to Mike, our Gelman.
Good morning, Mike. No, that's not Mike.
That's not Mike. Neither one of those people are Mike.
Although John C. Reilly and Mike have similar hair.
Oh, you know what? They kind of do. You can't see it under the bowler hat.
Yeah.
But I think Mike Carr is one of those people that could pull off a bowler hat. You know?
Oh my God, I think he could.
Yeah. Or is it called a trilby? Is it a trilby hat? No? Am I wrong on that?
I think you're right. I think Trilby is a great name for a silly character. I think it's a bad name for a hat.
Good name for a character, bad name for a hat.
Thank you, Mike, for doing the important research that this show requires.
I mean, that's what Mike does when he runs the show. He's not just sitting there drinking a cup of coffee, sleeping, or picking his nose as I itch my nose. He is working. He is fact checking. He's finding pictures.
Honey, he is working.
Honey, he is working. Harder than we are, really. Harder than we are.
But I'll own to that.
Yeah.
Speaking of work that we've actually done, why don't we get to that? Fact of the day?
What? Oh my goodness, Chloe, keeping me on task. Thank you. Yes, fact of the day. On this day, this is actually a pretty interesting one. On this day, on July 27th, 1866, the Atlantic cable was landed in Heart's Content, Newfoundland. And it was the first transatlantic telegraph was sent the next day. So this was actually their third attempt to lay a cable all like across the Atlantic.
So how
on the bottom of the
of the ocean? Yeah,
they sent there was a boat that started in I don't know where in England, but I'm assuming somewhere close speaking like this, right? And then they did it in Newfoundland because that's like the closest you can get.
Wow.
So that's the fact. So I know it's mind blowing. Right? It's mind blowing, right? So here's the trivia question for today. So the question is: in 1983, Martin Cooper invented this revolutionary technology. Martin Cooper invented this technology in 1983. So you can chat about that in the chat. Just don't Google it. Just don't Google it because then you're only cheating yourself.
You're only cheating yourself. No googs.
No googs. And we'll give you the answer at the end of the show. So keep that in mind. So let's do birthdays.
Birthdays! So many birthdays.
So many birthdays. Got to start off with a very important birthday that was actually yesterday.
Yeah.
Dear friend of the show. Haven't had him on yet, but we need to have him on the show.
We do.
happy belated birthday to Mr. John Serpico. John, you're an amazing human being, one of the best of the best. So I hope you had a great day yesterday, filled with salted meats and macaroni salad.
Just all the delights that Wegmans can offer.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know John, he is big into the Wegmans. He loves Wegmans, so we'll have to get him on talking about Wegmans.
Yeah.
Let's see. Today's birthdays. Maya Rudolph. It's her birthday today. Dolph Ziggler. He's a wrestler. I put him up there because we're going to talk about wrestling today here in just a couple minutes. Tuesday, the creator of Garfield, Jim Davis. It's his birthday.
He hates Mondays.
He does. That's why his birthday's on a Tuesday.
Oh, good.
Wednesday is an alliterative birthday. Wednesday's Will Wheaton's birthday.
Will Wheaton?
Will Wheaton, who's
I hope he had some cake with some Cool Whip.
Some Cool Whip. Thursday, Hillary Swank and Tom Green. And then Friday, BJ Novak, who's a local guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's from, I believe he's from Newton, Mass.
Yeah. Do you think
we could get him on the show? Probably not.
Get out of here, BJ Novak. We don't want you anyway. There's a theory that he and Mindy Kaling are actually together. No,
they are very, very close friends. Maya Rudolph Ziegler. Yeah, it works. He's actually, I read this, he is the godfather of her child.
Aww.
Like they're super close, but I don't think they're together. I could be wrong. We're not. This is not TMZ. We're not a.
It's not TMZ.
We're not a gossip show.
They deserve privacy, and we should respect that.
We should, but I mean, I do like hot goss. So if you hear it, I mean, we're not a gossip show, but we could.
Not a gossip show, but we could. We could have a little bit of tea. You spill a little bit of tea.
But not as much as DMZ. Yeah, go ahead.
Luke Witherall. Happy birthday to Luke Witherall.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Sweet boy Luke. It was he has the same birthday as John Serpico.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, Luke, that you got overshadowed by John Serpico on the birthdays. But happy birthday to you, just the same.
HBD.
Happy birthday. Fantastic. Well, that's all the business we have. I think that's all the upfront business that we got to do. So we should bring out our first guest. Now, this first guest, he is a dear friend of the show. Wonderful. He's been keeping very, very busy over quarantine.
Oh, yes.
And he did it all to himself. But we'll let him talk about this. Let's bring out David Thomas. David.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, David.
Morning.
How are you?
Not bad. How are you guys doing?
Hey, I mean, living the dream right now.
Living the dream.
We sure are.
A show. We have a show.
Yeah. Wow.
We have a show.
Well, I'm just honored then.
So David, you at the beginning of quarantine, and you decided I want to walk through the process here.
Sure.
So you're sitting in your house. You're in Virginia. You're playing what is it? WWE
2K19.
WKE. What was it again? There's a lot of letters there.
There are. WWE 2K19.
WWE 2K19.
Yes, sir.
And what went through your mind while you were playing this game?
Pretty much. So you can create custom wrestlers in the game, or you can use real wrestlers that are actually in WWE. And I was like, man, I don't want to play with real people. Like, that's just boring. That's the first thing. Wrestling games have been such a thing for a long time, starting with like WrestleMania, No Mercy on the Nintendo 64, and you could create custom people. And like, yeah, you want to create a buff version of yourself. And you want to be champion.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I have so much free time. And I just make a Facebook post like, who wants to be a wrestler? Tell me your height, what kind of moves you want to do. And a bunch of people responded, and then it turned into this thing. And it's pretty much, I thought, what if all my friends were super buff wrestlers? And now
What
here
a
we are.
beautiful thought.
So
I've been thinking it for
created-
years, and finally.
So you created quarantine action wrestling, the QAW.
Caw.
Caw. Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that
Wow.
logo.
Wow. I'm intimidated.
Right?
It's meant to be. And props to Josh Poirier for that logo and for pretty much all the artwork you see.
Oh yeah, he does. Josh
Amazing.
Poirier does just amazing work with that. He actually has a wrestler too. But yeah, I have a wrestler. The wrestler is Fear itself. Very scary individual. I'm part of a tag team called the Gentlemen of Fear.
Yeah, I would argue Fear itself is one of the most intimidating people on the roster.
I would say it's Delia Payne.
Delia Payne,
Delia
British
Payne,
badass.
Yeah,
Yes.
also very intimidating.
Mhm.
But yeah, no. So not only does this have so you do shows weekly,
Yes.
right? So where do you run these shows?
So pretty much the way every show works, it is a mix. So as I said, all these people we know, Boston comedians, they created characters, and they will film promos in real life, like in character, and that's meant to sort of call somebody out for a match or to continue a storyline they have going. And then I run the match in the game, and I just have the computer fight itself, so we don't know who's going to win. And we record it and we put it all together. I mix in the promos, and then Dennis Bruno and I, shout out to Dennis, we do commentary on Wednesdays over it, and we make it into, it's basically meant to replicate a real wrestling show as much as we possibly can.
And it's really well done. Like the commentary on it is it's just so dumb. And I say that with all the love in the world. Like it's
Absolutely.
so dumb and so entertaining to listen to.
That one of my favorite things, and when wrestling does it well, I don't think there's anything else like it, but like taking something so ridiculously dumb 100% seriously. Like we have a wrestler right now who is just a robot piloted by squirrels, and it's just completely real. Like, yeah, that's him. Like, yeah, that's just how it goes.
And I saw the promo that he did that was just like, it's really showing like people like what people can make while they're in quarantine, right? It's
right.
Like you've got all these comedians that are just they're as bored and stir crazy as anybody, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just you've got commercials, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
What would you say your favorite part of this whole thing, this whole experience has been?
Ooh, I mean, I'm a bit partial. My character is the evil commissioner, Diamond David Thomas, and he's basically just completely full of himself, and he's an idiot. And it's a lot of fun to play that. Honestly, I just like that there's something for a whole bunch of us to collaborate on while we're stuck inside. You know, it's.
Well, and I think that there's actually a pretty good overlap of people who do improv and who enjoy wrestling. And I think that's, exactly what you were saying of like, you take something really stupid and you commit really hard to it.
Yeah.
And I think that is like, that's where the Venn diagram meets up.
Absolutely. Like, I really think wrestling fans are just theater kids who like heard Slayer before they saw Les Mis.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
That makes sense, because I was the theater kid that I heard Phantom first before I saw wrestling and just got into musical theater.
There's two paths.
Yeah.
There's only two.
Wrestling musical
Yeah.
theater.
You can major in one and minor in the other.
That would make you
man.
a true Renaissance person.
Pretty much.
I would kill to see like a WWF performance of like Little Shop of Horrors.
I guarantee you there's somebody who's been inspired by that in some way in their character.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything big coming up with the QAW?
Pretty much. Well, every single Thursday night on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Quarantine Action Wrestling. Every Thursday night at 8 is our show. And we are currently, this week, actually, we're doing a best of. Like, we're recapping some of our favorite moments since it started back in March.
Cool.
Yeah, and we're going to have some other fun stuff mixed in. And we're building up the next show on August 6th. That's going to be like a mini pay-per-view in a way. So we're going to have some big developments coming there. So
yeah, and those
just,
pay-per-views, what do those cost for people to watch?
they between $0 and $1,000.
Between $0 and $1,000. Pay what you can.
Pretty much.
But
yeah.
zero is
it is $0. Yes.
Yeah, it's completely free, but it is much bigger. Like it's a longer show. There's a lot more drama in the pay-per-views.
It's a season finale, pretty much.
Excellent.
There you go. And this is what, season 2 of what's running right now? Would you say it's season 2 or season 3 of QAW?
We ended with Essential Business. That was season 1. Then we ended with Second Wave, which was season 2. So I would say, I think we're in season 3.
We're in season 3 right now.
Wow.
Yep.
So, and that's all since March. Like David has been working so hard on this, and everybody has just like piled onto this idea and has just turned it into something so flipping cool. So go over to it's on Twitch, right? It's Quarantine. Look up Quarantine Action Wrestling on Twitch. You can follow, subscribe there, and tune into that. And whenever we don't have a show going on 2MB Studios, we'll send you that way to Quarantine Action Wrestling, because it is such a good show.
Thank you so much. And
David, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me,
David.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, have a good morning. See ya. Oh man, and it's pretty intense.
What a delight!
It really is. I'm honestly, Chloe, I'm surprised that you don't have a character. Like, I feel like you should create a character.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the works.
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
Hey, Chloe, do you have anything else that you create?
Oh,
maybe
now that you mention it,
crafting
with Chloe. I'm never not gonna jam whimsically to that song. All right, so a while back I talked about starting to tell you guys about gel pens, start my gel pen series. So we're doing that today. And today I'm going to tell you about Moonlight Jelly Rolls. So Jelly Rolls are the most famous brand of gel pens. It's these guys here. This is your basic gel pen, right? So, and they're really great because they have nice bright color. And if we look at, we put it on some nice white paper here. You know, very bold color. You can see that. But the regular Jelly Rolls do not actually show up on dark paper. You can't see that at all. So the ones that you want to go for, if you want really bright colors and you want to put it on a dark page, is going to be these Moonlight Jelly Rolls. So they have this little, you can see they got this little moonlight marking. All the caps are different to show you which Jelly Rolls you're dealing with. But if we put these right next to each other, and I'll show you just on the white paper first. So you can see there that it's like, you can already tell it's a little bit more opaque than the regular Jelly Roll. The real difference that we can see is on the black paper. Look at that, nice and bright. And these are really great for writing on dark paper. So if you are doing, you want to do a fancy invitation, you want to make like a chalkboard looking sign, something like that. These are really good for that. And I'll show you a couple of other colors. So I already have the green on here. And then we'll have lime green. I'll put on some blue. A little bit of purple. So, and even the purple, that's, a little bit darker color, is going to show up really well on that black paper. And it's very, very smooth writing experience. You don't have to like slow down or go back over things. Like the ink flows really well. And they're just like fun, bright colors. So that's my review for today of the Moonlight Jelly Rolls, wherever jelly rolls are sold.
I like when you say jelly roll, I think immediately of one of those little cakes, one of the long little cakes that's got the jelly on the inside like this. They're so good.
They're so tasty. What's so funny tasty is that when I say jelly roll, I think of the jelly shoes that they had like back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Do you not remember jelly shoes?
Well, I mean, I remember. Yes, I never owned a pair, unfortunately.
Well,
but that's on me.
That's on you.
No,
they
100%.
Were like, I guess it was sort of like the precursor to Crocs, but for children.
Ugh.
It was spark, and they were just like, it was just like rubber, plastic, like sort of clear shoes, and it just like they smelled like you wore them. You wore them without socks, and then
so
they got smelly. It was gross.
Aw. Looks like Quarantine Action Wrestling has said that they'd start a Patreon just to buy me a pair of jelly shoes. First of all, I don't know that they make them anymore, and second of all, I have ginormous feet, so maybe a 14 jelly shoe.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Oh, look at that!
That wasn't even the worst ones. The worst ones were like the weird strappy ones. So like a woven pattern.
Oh man,
it's so gross.
Yeah. Yes, it would have to be an XL Patreon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I think it's probably pretty hard to find jelly shoes, especially for adults. But I'm certain we could find you a pair of clear shoes.
Why would I want clear shoes? Why would I want to wear shoes so people can still see my feet?
The whole point of wearing shoes
is to cover your gross feet up.
Do you remember when it was a trend to have like the clear heels that had the light up?
Yes, I do.
Feature.
I do. Yeah, the light up shoes. Whenever you walk, it lights up.
Those are great. What were those called?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to think about that.
You're gonna have to think about that.
So they had the ones that are like the sneakers that had the light ups, which oh my god, I love that so much. But they also had these like really intense clear high heels, and like the straps on the shoes were also clear, and the heel had like a light feature in it. And you could get them at Deb. Does anyone remember Deb?
Deb?
Yeah. It was a women's clothing store. I think it was directed at teens, but now that I think about those shoes, I'm not sure what they were going for. Yeah, that's correct. DEB.
DE. Yeah. Oh, it's an acronym?
I don't know what for.
Oh man.
Mike, if we could figure that out.
$10 says he's already clicking away at it. Like he's already
working on it.
He's got like 6 computers. He's in a chair that rolls. He just pushes himself over.
He's got the glasses that reduce the glare.
Yeah, he's kind of like Newman in Jurassic Park, but less, but like less evil.
Yeah, a less evil Newman.
Yeah.
That's our Mike.
Oh,
Someday that's how it's just a storm.
Well, I mean, Mike, you haven't let us down. You've let our audience down. So
I think everyone should know that they also made, I don't remember if it was just a movie or if they had like a season of a show of Deb, D-E-B. And it was like, I think it was like 3 girls. It was like a Charlie's Angels teenager thing. Maybe we can find that.
maybe we could, okay.
Try and find that, Mike.
Are you sure that this wasn't just a fever dream you had, Chloe, at some point?
You know what? The more that I talk about it, the more I wonder. The clear stripper shoes, the show for teenagers. I don't, just going to the mall.
So much.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot. While you're all, while Mike is doing that, we should probably bring out our second guest has been waiting so patiently in the green room.
So patiently.
It's very comfortable in the green room. We have beverages and comfy places to sit, and it's practically like green. You're in your own. It's like you're in your own living room or your own room in your house. So she's really been comfy this whole time. But let's bring her out on stage. Welcome Michelle Gilliam to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. It is, I want to say it's very comfortable back here. However, emotionally, it is very uncomfortable because I wanted to be a part of every conversation. I had jellies. Hello. My jellies smelled bad because you would go and play in the water, and then your feet sweat and they were awful. And I do think they were the precursor to Crocs. And also, why don't I have a wrestling character? Hello.
Do you want a wrestling character?
Have a wrestling
I don't know. Maybe.
All you have to do, if you want a wrestling character, all you have to do is there's a little questionnaire that David has prepared.
Okay.
That you honestly, it's the easiest thing in the world. You don't. I did very little work for my character, right?
Okay.
I filled out the questionnaire. I said, this is what I want the name to be. These are my wrestling moves. I don't even know wrestling moves, but I just made up some names. And then he did all the work. He was like, hey, what do you think about this guy? And I was like, oh, that looks perfect.
Wow.
And then they do everything else. And then you just have to do promos.
Okay.
And that's and it's
I think as an improviser, it's going to be easy peasy for you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I think
you would probably be really good at it.
Thank you. I think the name might be hard. I don't know. Gillimonster. I don't know.
That's already good.
Yeah. You just have to come up with a bit.
Just rolling.
Thank you.
Okay. And we're willing to work on that with you too. If you want to,
appreciate that.
Want to go after the show, if you just want to have a little sesh, talk about that.
Yeah.
So Michelle, thank you so much for being on the show. This is like it's early for us, but we were talking before the show. This is stupid early for you because you're in the Midwest.
I am in the Midwest. I had to get up at 6:30 this morning. I'm glad there's coffee in the green room though, so that's good.
Yeah.
So much coffee in the green room.
I got my little
nice.
Oh, what do you got your mask there?
Nice.
Oh, is that the
masks are required for Packers games?
For sure. Yeah. You can't go to the Packers game without putting your mask on.
Oh my goodness. This is like the Midwest time right now.
We're representing our home state.
Oh yeah. Well, Chloe's from Wisconsin.
You're I'm Illinois. I'm Illinois.
Yeah, where did you grow up in Illinois?
In a little town called Newton, Illinois. Which exactly
Is it a suburb of Chicago?
No.
I mean, pretty much the whole state is.
Yeah. They tried to say we're a suburb of Chicago, and that's very offensive, by the way.
Never say that to a Wisconsinite.
I grew up about 3.5 hours south of Chicago. So little far. Like I grew up in the largest county in Illinois that has the smallest population.
Wow.
So like land mass, it's the biggest, but population wise, it's the lowest.
What town that other humans might know is that close to?
Easy now. I actually grew up closer to St. Louis than I was about 2.5 hours east of St. Louis.
Okay. Were you
so,
near Quad Cities then? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know
Quad-
directions.
As more
Yeah.
towards
There's-
Iowa.
Illinois is a
northern part of the
huge state.
It's so big.
It's from
Like
top
the
to bottom.
southern half of Illinois is like in the south.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say that too. Like it's so drastically different.
Yeah.
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 It just
Yeah.
as you go north, it's not like Florida that you start like in the south, you start okay, and then you get worse as you go, and then you're okay a little bit, and then you're worse as you go. Illinois is just bad.
Yeah.
Not kind of still bad, kind of,
Yeah.
and then Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is
so-
neutral.
Which is, I mean, yeah.
I saw my first bald. Fun fact: I saw my first bald eagles in Peoria, Illinois.
Oh,
Yeah, I was working down there and crossing this bridge. I don't know the name of the bridge, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, those are bald eagles! They're beautiful."
Yeah.
Now I've seen
Nature
a bunch,
is
but
neat.
it is. I love birds.
it's true. So, Michelle, what is
Yes.
it? You recently we're talking about like things that happened during quarantine.
Yeah,
And you started an improv theater.
I did. I started an improv theater in school called Improv MKE. It was actually in the works before the pandemic hit, and I secured a space right
Oh my
before
gosh.
Oh,
the
wow.
pandemic hit. But
Oh my gosh.
luckily, yeah, exactly. It's a good relationship, and so I didn't like lose any money on it. And so, but it was just really wild. I was so excited. I'm like, yay, we
Yeah.
finally have a place where we can perform, and I can do classes and rehearsals and workshops and, you know, all these shows. And then the bottom falls out. And I'm like, okay, great. I felt really lucky though. I'd been doing some coaching and then so I was continued some of my coaching online, and I was asked to do some classes and things. So I had been teaching for a while, but now I'm doing it, you know, completely through my own company, which is really cool.
Yeah, and what's great is
Wow.
like somebody. It doesn't matter where you are in the country. You can sign up for these classes that
Yes.
Michelle offers. What do you have classes coming up? Like, are there classes starting soon? Or?
Yes, classes started a couple weeks ago. So I'm doing a 101. I have a 201 up now. Gwen Coburn of the Boston community is teaching acting for improvisers. So sign up. She's amazing. And I do character workshops. So those are up right now. I have a GoFundMe going, and Brandon Gardner of UCB. He was in New York and now he's out in LA. Hey Gwen.
Gwen's watching. Hi, Gwen.
Yes, she's amazing. So Brandon Gardner is actually doing a workshop where all the proceeds will go to the GoFundMe, which is amazing. He's a really great teacher. So yeah, I hope people take advantage of that.
What's the website? We'll post the website for that
Cool.
GoFundMe on our Facebook page.
Awesome.
But yeah, absolutely. Go to that. Those classes sound fantastic.
Yeah.
I know Gwen's a fantastic teacher.
She is.
I teach a Shakespearean improv class with her.
Yeah.
We're co-teaching that right now,
I love that.
which is a lot of fun. But you're also performing a lot, right? Like you're
I am.
going around and like it's so like
You're
you find
busy.
you're like crazy busy as far as like performing. Like where have you been doing shows?
Yeah, it's just happened in the last couple of weeks because I wasn't really performing before that, but then it all just like came at once, and it's really fun actually. So I just did a festival in India virtually this past Saturday night, which was really cool.
That's so nuts.
And the next day my age was showing because I could not get up. And it was only like
Oh yeah, talk about time difference.
Yeah.
yeah. And then before that, I've done like the 10-minute spot with Jay Sukow, who I found out through Will Hines, and like it's just really, really cool. A lot of fun. I've done a few shows. Yeah.
That's so cool that you can
That's amazing.
literally do a show that is based in India.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
And then Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like, the world, even though is such in a state of chaos right now,
Yeah.
like we're finding ways to like kind of make it smaller and make it even more of kind of a like a community, right? Like, which is really, really, really cool.
It's so cool. It's so much fun. I was able to teach in Liverpool on last Monday, and just so really, really fun and cool. And I was just really excited to hear all the American accents that they did. I was hoping, I think they were being like really polite at first, but then like when we got like about a quarter way through the workshop, they were just ready to roll and just make fun of us, but also make it funny. And I loved it. And then I'm doing a show with the Groundlings this week, which is really exciting too, with my friend Brian Palermo.
That is oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I lived in Liverpool for a little bit.
Did you?
I interned at a company in Liverpool for about 6 months, which was really, really awesome. But yeah, no, they love
that's so cool.
They love picking on Americans there. And honestly, I mean, we deserve it. So I mean, it's not like
it's easy to do.
Yeah. But this was like 10 years ago, but it was still like Liverpool was just, it was recently, well, not recently, I think it was 2008 or something, was the capital of culture, like the European capital of culture. So they like did a bunch of like renovations and stuff there. It was really cool. Yeah. Awesome. So do you have anything coming up like this week? You said, when is your UCB show? When is that show again?
It's with the Groundlings. Yeah. So that show is on Wednesday night, Central Time. It's at, I think, 10 p.m. So 11 o'clock for you guys. Yeah.
No, it would be.
Yeah. No, that's right.
10 o'clock would be. Yeah, you're
it's
right.
hard. Time zones are hard. No,
well, time is meaningless.
Yeah. First of all, time is meaningless. So, yeah, I've had to do a lot of math because my parents are in Wisconsin and then my brother is in Alaska.
Okay.
And so we do family Zooms kind of like every other week at this point. We play Pass the Pigs. Do you know Pass the Pigs?
No.
Okay.
Is that with the wait, no, just tell me. It's because we play a game, but I don't know if it's Pass the Pig. We don't call it that.
Yeah. No, so it's I believe it's a Midwestern thing. Not a lot of, I think it appeals more to like rural folks. But they're like little plastic pigs. There's 2 of them and you roll them and you get a certain number of points depending on how they land.
Oh yeah. I've seen that game. They come in they come in like a little shaker, then you shake them and throw them.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll play Pass the Pigs on occasion, and so we have to like really make sure that we know what time we're talking about because we're in 3 different time zones.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game. Highly recommend it. You can probably find it at Target if you want to.
Okay.
It's like very wholesome gambling.
My mom would like that. She always tries to get us to play Pokino, and nobody wants to play it. So.
Looks like Jaina is in our chat right now, and she said she played that in Seattle.
She knows.
She knows the game.
It's such a weird.
Here's a Midwest question for you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Do you play euchre?
I do not. I don't play a lot of like card games though.
But you know, okay. At least you know what euchre is. I think that's been one of the hardest things about assimilating into East Coast living is the fact that nobody plays euchre here, and it's
how does one play euchre?
It's a whole. Like we could do a whole show on just how to play euchre, and that's
okay.
That's not what we're here to talk about.
Next week we're going to be describing how to play euchre.
Well, next week we'll do a segment where I'll teach Chloe how to play euchre.
You know what the hardest thing for me was about like living on the East Coast for a while was not having random conversations with strangers. You know, like I would like come home. I know it sounds so weird, but like I would come home and literally I hit Chicago and I could start to have, O'Hare, the suburbs, whatever. And I could start to have those conversations again with people. And like, I was like, oh my God, it's like breathing. Like I missed like being able to hold a full conversation with someone I do not know, Yeah.
Because here in the East Coast, there's no eye contact.
Yeah.
No.
We don't talk to strangers.
No.
Yeah.
Like in the Midwest, if somebody honks at you, it's because they're trying to wave.
Say hi.
Yeah.
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 They know you.
Yeah, I grew up in a very very rural area, like I was saying, and it's like when you saw a car coming, even if you were standing in the front yard, if you were standing in the front yard seeing a car passing on the road, you would wave.
Yeah,
you would wave at them as they went by.
How many people were in your town?
My town?
Oh,
either both. I want to hear both.
Well, I grew up in a town of 3,100 people.
Okay.
So very, very tiny town.
Yeah.
I don't know. I grew up in the suburbs of Milwaukee, so I don't know how many people were in Glendale. But my dad grew up in a town that just got on the map in Indiana, Crane, Indiana.
Oh, congratulations, Crane!
Congratulations, Crane, Indiana.
400 people, and they were one of the only Black families.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah.
Oh well, that has to be an adventure, I'm sure.
It was
adventure. That's the correct word. 400 people. That's got me beat. I had 1,100 people.
Yeah.
In my town. So.
Yeah,
baby town.
We're all from little baby towns in the Midwest. Now look at us.
Look at us now.
So Michelle, if people wanted to check out Improv MKE, where would they go?
They can go to the website www.improvmke.com. Facebook is probably the other like social media that I'm most active on. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
So check that out. Michelle, thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Thanks for having me. It's so much fun.
And we look forward to seeing all the crazy stuff you do all around the world.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, we've got talented friends.
We have pretty talented friends.
It's true. So we're coming into the kind of the last like 10 minutes or so of the show.
Yeah.
I do want to hit. I did do another cuteness overload that I feel I'm very proud of this one, and I really think you'll enjoy it.
I think I will.
Yeah. So we're gonna start queuing that up. And we're gonna play that, but I do want to say real quick. Let's just do it. Let's go. Let's do it, and then we'll talk cool stuff after this. Here we go.
We'll talk cool stuff after this.
Yeah, but right now, get ready for cuteness overload.
Look at that monkey. This is the animals climbing on other animals.
Oh, they just want to cuddle.
That's what my dog does.
And yes, those are two little pigs giving that cat a bath.
Animal friends. Somebody in my town growing up had a potbelly pig as a pet, and they would take it on walks. Downtown.
I love that. I would really like to have a pot-bellied pig. I think that would be the cutest thing in the world.
They're sweet boys. Oh.
This is a two-part video because look at the I believe that's a capybara.
That's a capybara.
Yeah. And then this is just a groundhog and a cat.
A groundhog in a kitchen?
Yeah. And of course this is the obligatory husky shot. I love that it's a husky and an owl.
I think he might be killing that.
No, that dog's
oh no, he's fine.
So asleep. Just so like, hey,
His tongue is too big for his mouth.
the raccoons wipe his hands. He's like, here, just take this and wash your hands.
Very important lesson.
Very important lesson. Wash your hands. This is a hippo and a rhinoceros having a good time playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right.
But that's cuteness overload. I love doing these because it just gives me a chance to look at crazy animal pictures all the time. So yeah. Now big announcement time.
Announcement.
So much stuff is happening. So right now we're on the 2MB Studios Twitch channel. This is something that my friend Ben and I started first part of July, just to give us something to do, and to help give our friends kind of a creative outlet, so to speak. So we've been running the channel for about a month. We just hit affiliate status. Which means we now officially run ads. So if you saw an ad today when you logged on, that's why. We try to keep it as ad free as possible, non-intrusive as possible. But I mean, that's how we do. So ads are just a part of it. You can get around the ads, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can get around the ads for free. So all you have to do is you have to connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then Amazon Prime gives you one free subscription a month that you can use, and you have to reuse it every month. It doesn't automatically use, but it's super easy. You go to 2MB Studios once you're connected your Twitch account to your Amazon account, and then there'll be a little subscribe button, and then you click that, and it will ask if you want to use your Amazon Prime free subscription. And then you say yes, and then you never see ads on the show. You never see ads or anything. And you're helping support the channel, which is fantastic because we have so much stuff coming up.
Got a lot of content.
A lot of content. And starting the first week of August, so starting a week from today, will be the very first week that we have shows 5 nights a week. Monday through Friday, we will have shows going on this channel. And it's going to be ridiculous. Yes, and you see now that we have affiliate status. If you look in the Twitch chat, Booth Wellington is using our new logo, our new emoticon. We have a piece of toast, emoticon there. So much stuff happening. A toasticon. So Monday, a week from today, we'll have Hello World and Run On, just like normal. But then starting Tuesday, we have a new show hosted by Josh Poyer. He's bringing his Interesting Points show to the internet and to 2MB Studios. So Interesting Points is it's a panel show where he hosts, and he always gets very, very funny comedians on there, and he poses them questions that they then have to answer about themselves, about guilty pleasures and all kinds of other crazy stuff, and he awards points so you can see which ones are Josh's favorite. It's a great show. It's a fantastic show. It's been going in one iteration or another for a very, very long time. So it's really cool that he's bringing it to the 2MB Studios. So that'll be Tuesdays at 9. Then on Wednesdays we've got 91 Donkey Lane, which is a show that we've been doing for a couple weeks now. That is a kind of a simulcast of a podcast recording of 91 Donkey Lane with Nate Lopez and Robert Bacon about living in a magical apartment complex in Somerville.
Magical.
Yeah.
I recently did a guest spot on that show.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, last week they had
their podcast.
Last week they went and talked to. They had Christmas in July, and they went and talked to Santa at his Airbnb. Santa was not pleased.
Was Santa in the greater Boston area?
No, I don't know.
They traveled.
They traveled.
Okay. Considerate of them.
Yeah, it's very well. I mean, they weren't invited, but Santa. So you can check that out. There's a recording of that on the Twitch channel, so you can see that there.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then Thursday. So next Thursday, a week from this Thursday, next Thursday, we have a show, a brand new show that is a kind of a reality / game show called Mind Over Manor.
Oh.
And this was created by an improv group here in Boston called Nitro. They kind of came together and created this show where they take, I believe they have 4 contestants this first season, and they're going to give them challenges of things to do in their house.
Wow.
It's going to be it's going to be kind of a 2-part show. They're going to have like a taped segment and then a live segment. So they'll have a taped task and a live task that they'll have to do on the live stream. And we have a fantastic promo for Mind Over Manor that I'd like to throw up. You get to just see a quick little promo that they made. This is one of the contestants, Ashley Bolts.
Oh my gosh. She's smashing that backpack.
There's something in that backpack. I don't know what.
Oh no.
Oh, it's going to be such a good show. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be so amazing. So that'll be, we'll get more information out on that on the 2MB Studios page, also our Facebook page. So keep looking for that. That's going to be such a cool show to watch. And then Friday, we've started doing a show that we've done 69 minutes of. Okay, so every other week it's going to be 69 minutes of the line game Sex With Me, which you have to be.
That's a line game.
Yeah, we have to clarify that's a line game because our social media manager Rachel got banned from Facebook for 24 hours by promoting this show. So she does a lot for us, including getting herself banned on Facebook. So thank you, Rachel, for that. We appreciate your sacrifice. So that was last week, which was great. So this week we're doing 69 minutes of Jackboxing.
Wow.
So we've got some very, very funny people that are going to play some Jackbox games this coming Friday. There's Rachel.
You're welcome.
Yes. So that's next Friday. That's this Friday, and then next Friday will be another episode of 69 Minutes of Sex With Me.
Wow.
So it's just the channel is blowing up. We're having so much fun putting these shows out. Still so many more shows like in the works that are going to be put out in the next like month or so. Definitely hit that hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it, and you can help fund the channel and help make us get even more stuff, which I'm super excited about. So that's the show. We have to do our trivia question real quick.
We gotta answer that trivia question.
We gotta answer that trivia question because
did anybody get it?
I don't know. Did anybody get what the question again? Let's see. 1983, Martin Cooper invented this revolutionary technology. It was, in fact, the cell phone. He invented.
Hello, sir.
So the first cell phone, it was a Motorola. It could only store 30 contacts, and it cost roughly $4,000. $4,000. Yeah. And it only had about a 30-minute talk time on it.
Oh.
So we've come a long way. We've come
Old technology's
a long
cute.
way. Now I have a computer in my hand.
It's so crazy. Two things that are very crazy.
2 things. Only 2.
Only 2. One, that's all the crazy things in the world. One, just how incredible, like the increase in technology is like just an exponential curve so fast. 2, I believe, oh, now I don't remember who it was because I was going to say it was Nikola Tesla, but I'm not sure that makes sense. But there was a scientist that predicted like someday we'll have a little computer that we carry around in our pockets. And they were right.
I believe that was Nostradamus.
I believe it was Nostradamus.
Yes.
You have to, and it's I love that because it's people think of these things before they happen. And that's what is so great about imagination is like imagining the things that could be and how we can make them a possibility.
Yeah. And if that was what, 1983, it's 2020. So what, it was like 40 years ago, over 40 years ago. Imagine hopefully we'll still be here in the next 40 years. Fingers crossed. Who knows what we're going to see?
Who knows?
But if I don't see a flying car, I'm going to
be mad.
I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. I'm going to do the swear of the show and say I'm going to be pissed off. There it is.
There it is, your swear of the day.
Our swear of the day. So that's our show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Big thanks to Mike Carr running everything on the tech side. Thanks to our guests, David and Michelle. Check out all the stuff that they're doing, both in Quarantine Action Wrestling and Improv MKE. And we will be back next week, next Monday. Don't forget, tune in tonight at 9 p.m. for Run On. The jackpot is now $110. We've broken the $100 mark.
Yeah, because nobody got it last week.
Nobody got it last week.
I had such a wonderful time failing spectacularly.
It's a hard game show.
It's a hard game.
I would be just as bad at it, I think.
I need to practice.
Yeah. That's just how it is. So thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your morning, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, world.
Open up your window, let the sun in. Lift your